Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm delighted today we've got Larry with us. Larry is the face of Hayes Lane TV. Larry, how you doing, mate?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Mate, I'm good. Buzzing for Bromley. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm very excited for this weekend. Obviously, the chance for Bromley to become champions. But I was actually in the club today, and you kind of get the general feeling with the fans and that although it would be nice to be champions, no one is that bothered at the end of the day. Like, we're in League One now, we could just enjoy the day for what it is, and it's nice to be in the
Yeah.
title race. Yeah, it's just buzzing. Everyone's buzzing, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wicked, mate. I want to start with, I've been to Bromley on and off for a few years.
Mm.
I'm a Spurs fan myself, and a lot of the fans, I know it's not good. A lot of the fans that go there, Bromley's not their first
Yeah.
club. But is that the case for you? Is it just Bromley, or do you support another team? What's the
Yeah.
journey been like?
So, like, growing up, my brothers, I think two of my brothers and my granddad and all my sort of Irish family, all Man United, and then one of my brothers is Arsenal. Uh,
Yeah,
and yeah, so kind of was almost like into Man United growing up as well. But my first Bromley game was when I was sort of 5, I think. So I've just always kind of loved that more, especially like I've been to quite a few Premier League games, and it's just not the same when you go to like a League Two game, like that lower league football, non-league. You're right by the pitch. I've always enjoyed that
yeah.
so much more, like being in and amongst it. And yeah, Bromley's definitely been my main love. Like there's no feeling that any other team has given me than what Bromley's given me. So that's just always summed it up for me. Like Bromley
So,
does it for me.
so you must have been there. I remember going. So I used to go with my granddad and stuff to Bromley
Mm.
with my cousins and that. I think they were in. I'm going to absolutely butcher the name. Was it Ishmaelian?
Isthmian, yeah, the
Yeah,
Isthmian
that's
League.
it.
Yeah. That's when I started, when I was in the Isthmian Premier, I think, or Isthmian
Yeah.
South. Yeah, which
And
is
the
just
club's just changed so much, right?
oh,
Because I think at that
yeah,
point there was sort of like the burger van was in the corner, and that was sort of
yeah,
like
that was
the
it.
only place where you went to go and get like your food and stuff like that. They didn't have the stands built up as much as they've
Mm.
got now. I think the infrastructure around the club has really like improved over the last like 10 years.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think, especially the last 10 years. I think even 5 years, to be fair. Like, yeah, great. I'd say our first game was like 20 years ago, and I just remember, like you say, like the one burger van and
Yeah,
a pretty not bad pitch, but not a great pitch. Come like winter, it's all just muddy and yeah,
yeah,
you just had the John Fiorini sand and then 3 other concrete terraces with benches on it. And
yeah.
then, yeah, what I mean, when the Broomfield's opening like 3, 4 years ago, I think
Was it
the
really?
main
Jeez.
bar, I think, or something like that. Yeah, and
Yeah,
so even that's just saving in the last 5 years. It's just been it's actually insane when you think about it. And it's nice in a way because you get to just every new sort of set of fans that you meet, you or chat to, you can tell the same story again. Like, it wasn't that long ago that we had nothing, and it's like now there's
yeah.
actually, especially when the East Terrace is going to be done, the new George Wakeling stand, like that's looking really nice. And when that's done, it's just gonna be unbelievable. I think, yeah, it's real. Like, you just got to
It's,
scratch your head sometimes and just think, what is going on? Yeah.
I can't. I mean, the fact that next season Bromley are playing Leicester, that's
it's
just mental, isn't
it's
it?
already what I was speaking about at the moment. Yeah, like how Leicester have gone from playing Atletico Madrid to they're going to be down. I was standing in the tunnel today at the ground, and I was just like, the fact that these players are going to be in this tunnel, like, it's really
Yeah,
cramped. It is. It's not nice. Like, it's probably not going to be nice for them to come. So it, I think we'll work in our advantage next season. I think a lot of people think we'll get rolled over, but
Hmm.
I think it sort of gives it that sort of magic of the FA Cup feel every game. Like, when Leicester come to us, they're not going to like it. Like, the small little stadium, the tight changing rooms, the tight tunnel. Yeah, it's crazy how they've, like, teams like Leicester and that have gone from what they were doing 10 years ago compared to what we were doing 10 years ago to now it's a league fixture. It's mental,
Yeah,
mental.
it's great though, isn't it, mate? I think that I saw a stat. I went to the Cambridge game,
Mm.
and I think after that I see a stat that I think it's something to do with Bromley being like, it's basically shown how direct Bromley have been. So like pass completion, long balls is basically the game this year. But it's worked. It's not. Is it attractive? No, but it's got Bromley the points, and they've got promotion. And
Right.
what can you say to that? Do you know what I mean?
I think that's it. Yeah, like, a lot of away fans sort of dig us out like how you lot top of the league, like you just play long ball. But I get it in a sense of like, yeah, yeah, we do play long ball, but I feel like we play it with a purpose at least. Like we don't just hit and hope. Like there is definitely tactics behind it. Like one, it's almost like the rugby thing. Like we get it long to gain that sort of to get the yards up the pitch and try and nick the ball back up by their goal rather than playing it around our goal. And then also like both our strikers, like Michael Cheek and Nicky Kabamba, can out jump most centre backs. So they're definitely going to win a lot of the flick-ons. And then by then it's just picking up the second balls. And I mean, how many goals have we scored from crosses and winning throw-ins and corners off them long balls this season? That's why we are where we are. Like, and yeah,
I rate it.
yeah, exactly. And again, I don't know what people were expecting. Like, we're not going to play like Man City or Arsenal, are we? Let's be honest. Like, not all the pitches are unbelievable. All the players obviously aren't as good as the Premier League world-class players. Like, I don't know what certain fans are expecting these League Two teams to do, not with Bromley, but they're obviously not going to play tick-a-tack football all the time. So,
Yeah.
not to expect a bit of long ball here and there. It's like proper traditional football. It's nice.
Mate, it's worked, isn't it? Yeah, and you know, I'm really here for it.
Mm.
So you've been going for all these years. When was the point then you started Hayes Lane TV and you started building your content? Because
So,
it's
yeah,
wicked.
yeah, thank you. Literally a year, March last year, so it's not been that long. It's yeah, quite a few years, like, I played football and golf on the weekends, like Saturdays, like so that I couldn't get down to the games because I was playing football Saturdays, and then when I sort of packed
Yeah.
up football and packed up golf, and I started going to all the games again, and then I think it was March when we played Warsaw in March last year. I just sort of said to a couple of my mates at work, I was like, might just start. Like, we haven't got one like a fan channel as such. Like, might as well and to have a laugh, see what happens. You never know. And then started posting a few videos, and then all of a sudden a few fans were like, "Oh, you that lad that posted them videos?" I'm like, "Yeah, like, oh, it's funny, blah blah blah." And then just sort of kept it going. And the funny thing is, I always say, me and my mate that films it, that's my cameraman.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I was
we
going to
said,
say, yeah, who's the man behind the camera?
yeah. So I've quit my job now. I was a fire alarm engineer. Did fire alarms. I quit at Christmas, but so I worked with him, and so yeah, we get on really
Ah,
well. So he's a Spurs fan as well, actually. But he
cool.
comes to all the games. Yeah, he's not happy. Well, he's happy about Bromley, but not Tottenham. But
Yeah.
yeah, so me and him obviously get on really well. And we were saying, oh, maybe by like Christmas 2026, so like Christmas coming this year, I was like, you never know, like we might be able to like talk to the manager or talk to one of the players. And it was within about 2 months, it was like we managed just to have a chat with Andy Woodman and the manager and some of the players. So it all happened so quickly. And then in the summer,
Wow.
the club got in contact with me and was like, we really enjoy the sort of approach that you have because it's all positive. Like, it's not like that Arsenal fan TV where they go and slate the players and all that stuff. We kind of made like a
Mm.
rule of thumb, like you've just got to be positive. Like, I'm not going to post anything negative of anyone like slating the players and the manager. So, and don't want to make it too tactical either because it's like, a bit boring, I think. So just go and have a laugh.
No, it's good. It's
Yeah,
good,
go and
mate.
enjoy it.
It's good level of content.
Yeah.
If people
And
want to find it, what's the handle on Instagram?
yes, it's Hayes Lane TV, HAYESLANE TV, Hayes Lane TV, Instagram and TikTok. We did start with some YouTube videos, but I think everyone just sort of said build up the Instagram and TikTok followers and then move into YouTube. And doing like
It's
match
not
day
easy
vlogs.
being across everything, mate.
Yeah, it
But
was it's taken up so much of my time doing the YouTube videos. But yeah, the Instagram and TikTok's like it's doing all right. To be fair, I generally I'm not really like into social media as such. Like, I don't have my own personal social media, so I don't really know the best way to sort of grow it and market it. But I think in a way kind of sums it up though. Like, it is just authentic. Like, I'm not trying to force views or
yeah,
whatever. Like, just doing it for a laugh
absolutely.
and see what happens. Yeah, and as a Bromley fan, like even the stuff if it was to all fall apart tomorrow, the stuff that I've got to do over the last year is unbelievable. Like, just
Yeah,
like been able to watch a few training sessions and get involved with a lot of the staff and the players. Like, had a few nights out with the staff, and it's just even that as a Bromley fan has been like a really good
it's pretty
memory to
awesome.
create. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's good enough for me. Yeah. Mm.
Oh, mate, it's wicked. It's great. Keep it up. We're
Yeah,
going to
thank
go
you.
into a little bit more on Bromley chat. So I'm going to ask you a few questions here.
Yes.
So, who is your Bromley Player of the Season?
I think there was a recent vote. I think for me, it's got to be Mitch Pinnock. I think, although he's only scored one goal, but I mean, I don't know how many assists he got, but the difference I think he's made in terms of, I think he's in the whole of the EFL, he's created the most chances or put the most crosses in the box by like 100 more than the next player. But
Wow.
you just watch him play and like the technique, he's got long throw-ins, he can take corners, left-footed, right-footed. Yeah, he's just, as I say, he's not scored as many goals as what probably he would have wanted to, but the chances he creates and especially, I think him arriving in the summer has been a huge difference. I think there's a big shout to like Omar Shromi at the back. He's just been
Yeah,
unbelievable all
solid.
season as well. Yeah. Um, I'd always rate Grant Smith as well up there. He's always pulled us, like saved us so many times. But I think,
He's been there
just
for a
him.
while, hasn't he?
Yeah, a few years now, Grant Smith. Yeah, he's obviously got us out
Yeah.
of the National League, and he's just solid. He's always sort of 8 out of 10s every game, so no complaints with him. But I think just in terms of a single player having an impact on a season, Mitch Pinnock this season has just been, I don't know who's one player of the season in terms of the fans player or whatever, or players player, but I'd imagine he's going to be right up there.
He'll be up there. Yeah, because both of him and Omar got in the Team of the Year, right?
Yeah, for the EFL,
I th-
yeah. Or
Yeah,
League
he
Two,
got.
League
I'm
Two
just having a
team,
look at
isn't it? Yeah.
the. Yeah, I'm looking at the stats here. So he got 9 assists this
Mm.
season.
Yeah,
Um, I-
and
when I watched when I watched him that game, there was 2 times where this against Cambridge,
yeah,
his skill. I was like,
oh yeah,
jeez.
yeah. It's just a different class. I think the whole chat was like we had to fight for a few clubs to sign him in the summer because he coming from League One, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know. We're so lucky to have players like him. That's for sure. But yeah,
And you
some of
need
the
it as
stuff
well, right?
some of the things that he's done throughout the season, like the ball control, the little flicks around defenders or whatever, and just the deliveries as well, like him on a set piece or even a moving ball. You just sit back and go, wow, so many times this season. It's
Yeah,
just, unbelievable.
yeah, he's
Mm.
top, mate. Good shouts.
Mm.
Where was the best away ground that you went
Mm.
to? And also, because it's a bit of a spoiler if you haven't seen the content, the best away ground food.
Yeah. Yeah. Best away ground. I do like Notts County's ground. I feel like it's a proper old school tradition. Like, it's quite big for League Two, but that's just, that'll always be a ground where you're like, yeah, it is class. I think obviously MK Dons is a big stadium, but I think just the sort of nostalgia of Notts County and obviously being like the oldest football club,
Yeah,
it's just, that's a decent ground. And although, yeah, this season when we went there, me and my cameraman, we took a passenger with us, like one of the young lads, and he got really ill during the game, and he ended up in hospital. It was on a bank holiday weekend last year, like this season, but back end of last year, and yeah, so he ended up having to take him to hospital in Nottingham. we missed a bit of the second half as well, which I do begrudge him for. But yeah, so he's ended up in hospital, and he's only I think he was 17, so I'm like, oh, technically kind of feel responsible for him.
Yeah,
And
can't blame him.
yeah, so we was like, oh, right. I said to my cameraman, I was like, right, we'll go take him to hospital. A few hours in there, we'll just get home at like 1 a.m. It is what it is. So they took him there, and then they're like, yeah, we're gonna have to keep him in overnight. I was like, oh, you're joking, and they're like, yeah, sorry. So it was like, right, well, let's just book a travel lodge. Then we'll just go out and have a laugh.
No.
Then they kept him in again for the next night. They kept him in again for another night. So 2 nights we were stuck up in Nottingham. Uh, Worst places to be stuck, to be fair. I just went out and had a good drink. But yeah, that was the bank holiday weekend done for us. Like, and then got home at like, the game was on a Saturday. Got home at Monday at like 9 p.m. So that was a very spontaneous
Oh,
weekend. So yeah,
jeez.
That was a good away day.
And what
Yeah, in
about the
terms
food, mate? So
food,
you've been rating the food everywhere you be going.
yeah, yeah, every away day I've done this year, which is quite good, and rated the food. And the winners of the table was Barrow. So that was they. There's like a burger van uh, outside. I don't think he's going to be there next year, but yeah, he sorted his rice out. He like done a mixture of burgers and made this little like kebab double cheeseburger. It was great. And then so that they won, but because I go off price and that, it sort of affects it a bit. But Chesterfield had I think it was called like the Fat Pig Barbecue outside their stadium, and yeah, they did it was £14, which is obviously a bit steep for an away day meal.
Yeah.
But it was like pork belly, pulled pork, and pulled chicken all in this burger. Oh, I would pay
So
£14 for it. To be fair, I would do it, but that was really good. Them two were the highlights of the food table. That's for sure. Yeah,
I love it, mate. Looking forward to seeing all of the away ground food next season.
yeah. I've not heard good things about it. Apparently, the higher up you go, the worse the food gets. So that's what I've been told anyway. Like loads of loads of Bolton fans have been messaging me like, "Yeah, our food's rubbish, mate. Like, don't get too excited." I'm like, oh, great, cheers, can't
That's,
wait.
that's wicked that they're messaging you
Yeah,
about the food. I
yeah,
love
oh,
it.
yeah, yeah.
What was you've obviously have you been to every game this season?
I missed one at home because I was
Oh,
unfortunately, I was in Miami. So
oh
yeah,
God, could have been
oh
worse places.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
what a shame. What was the best performance this season from the team?
Got to be Gillingham away. We beat them 4-1. I think that was especially Ben Thompson that day. But ironically, I had to leave at half time because I'm a musician, so I sing and play guitar. So then I had a event to do at Bromley Football Club that evening. So I was like,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
I could still go to the Gillingham game because it's quite close. I can see the first half. Then I'll just have to leave at half time to get back to do the music. And then, yeah,
Got
obviously,
ya.
I was kind of hoping for like just a 0-0 first half, so it wasn't exciting. I wouldn't be that gutted if I left. And then it was like we was 3-0 up in like 20 minutes. I was like, oh, no. Like it was such a
I've
good
got to
game.
go.
Yeah, and it got to half time. We was 3-1 up at half time. And as I was walking back to the station, I just heard like a massive cheer. And then my mate called me. He was like, "You just missed the best goal, like Ben Thompson's screamer into the corner." But I think that's been the most sort of dominant, comfortable game we've had. We've had a lot of nervy sort of 1-0 wins or like snatch and grab draws or whatever. But yeah, Gillingham away is definitely the standout one, I think, for probably many people.
Yeah,
Mm.
decent shout, mate. Decent shout. I'm going to ask you this next question. So, what happened to your foot when celebrating promotion?
I'll be lying if I said I remembered because I was rather drunk. But obviously, yeah, when Barnet played Notts County, because we played Cambridge, didn't we, and drew 0-0, so then we didn't go up that day. Then on the
Yeah,
Saturday, there was I think the players were upstairs, like just listening to it, and then they was basically playing the commentary in the bar at the football club. So like quite a few fans went down just to listen to it and was watching like the Soccer Saturday and just seeing what happened. And then obviously Barnet beat them, which then meant we was promoted. So there was just this big party in the bar afterwards at the football club, and yeah, had a quite a bit to drink, obviously, and then yeah, I also just like when someone like rolls their ankle, like because we was all jumping around and dancing, and then I've got bad ligaments anyway. That's why I stopped playing football. I've had quite a few injuries, and then yeah, my ankle just completely went, and that was quite early on in the night as well, and that must have been about I don't know 6 p.m. and I was out till about 3 a.m. So I was on my foot for all night, like dancing still.
Yeah.
And then the next day I was with my friend, and yeah, I was like hobbling around, and she was just like, I think we need to go to hospital because it was really swollen. And I was really hoping it was like a hairline fracture, just so I could be like, get the views up.
Broke my
Good,
ankle.
good for
Yeah.
content. Yeah, broke my ankle because how much I love this club. And then the nurse, I was like, please. And then the nurse was just hovering over the X-ray, and it was just so obvious there was no break. I was like, really like, it's just bruised. And I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? He's like,
Check
it's
again.
just, yeah, it's just bruised and a bit swollen. I was like, it's gonna be so embarrassing seeing them next. Like, did you actually break your foot? No, no, I didn't.
Can I just take some crutches though, just
Yeah,
in
that's
case?
what I was hoping. I was like, it's quite sore to walk on. She's like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm like, are you sure? I'm a doctor. I'm sure. I was like, yeah, yeah.
Mate, I love it though. What a
But it was
story.
serious.
When I saw you post that, I was wetting myself.
Oh yeah, it was fun. A few of the players I see them today, and they was like, how's your foot? I was like, oh yeah, terrible, really bad, really awful. Yeah, good night though.
Get on the physio. Get
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
physio table. Yeah,
yeah. I'd
yeah.
do it all again though. I'd do it all again in a heartbeat. It was great.
Must have been
Not that I
pretty cool
remember
though.
it.
Like just no, celebrating with was it with the players and
Yeah, it's just
with
yeah,
the staff and stuff
everyone,
as well.
yeah, everyone got involved. It was a really good Saturday. There were so many fans that came down. Once the full time whistle went, and then Bromley tweeted like, "There's a party in Broomfield, like come down and join." So yeah, it really got really busy. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure all the players sort of stayed for at least a drink or two, and then some of them stayed out most of the night just to have a good time and get amongst it with the fans. It was really like I think that sums up the club as well. There's no sort of no one's above anyone. It was just everyone got amongst
Yeah,
it. Like everyone had a great time, and yeah, it's just. I think a lot of people have said they'd love to just relive that Saturday again. It was just such a cool thing to experience again this season. Like a great, not that I remember it, but I'm sure it's a good memory for some people. Yeah,
yeah, mate, that's wicked. What do you
yeah.
reckon Bromley's chances are of survival next season?
I reckon honestly think we'll do all right. Like I was one of the ones saying it this season, like we're going to go up, and everyone's like, "Oh, just stay in the league, just stay in the league." I'm like, I think we'll do a lot better than what people think. Like, obviously, everyone will have us going straight back down, I'd assume. Uh, but I just think we're not a nice team to play against. Like we're pretty solid defensively. Like we're big and strong. I think we need to have a few signings, but
Hmm.
yeah, I feel like we'll just be that sort of comfortable sort of distance above relegation. I think, and as I say, I just think when teams like Leicester, Bolton, whoever's like all these big boys that come down to Hayes Lane and it's very tight, cramped, it will just feel like an FA Cup kind of tie, I think.
Yeah,
And I don't think they'll enjoy it as much. It won't be as easy as what they think. It's quite a tight little pitch. Like I think we'll definitely surprise some people. I think, and I don't know about playoffs, but I think we'll like a 14th,
FNAF
14th,
pushing it.
15th. Yeah, I want to. I always say just you might as well aim for the top, and then if you fall short, at least you're up there. But
Fair.
if I'm being realistic, I'd be happy with sort. I mean, obviously, I'd be happy to stay up anyway. But I genuinely think we'll sort of be probably just below mid table, and I think which will be above anyone else's expectation. I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think in terms of, I'll go on quite nicely to our next question, but I think the age of a lot of the squad is
Mm.
either pushing 30 or it's on the other side of 30,
Mm,
right? So I'm sure they'll try and get some new players in to try and especially some younger players as well to have
mm.
some longevity as well in the next few years. Which brings me on nicely to my next question. I'm not sure if you're going to have this, but we'll see how you get on. 3 signings you'd make for next season.
Yes, I wrote these down because I was like, I generally, yeah, I know our budget isn't big, so it's kind of, I don't know if I'm a bit in dreamland with, not that I've gone for like Messi or whatever, but I, I would imagine we're going to get a lot of loan signings, but I think that Shimanga from Barnet, the striker, I think he's solid. I think both times we've played him, he's, well, especially the one recently, he caused us a bit of trouble. He's a strong nuisance, and it's local enough as well. I think maybe could sway him. But again, I have no idea in terms of what our financial situation is to get these players. But I'd happily have Shimanga. Um, we
Nice.
have we have a centre half on loan at the moment from Port Vale, Jesse Deborah. He did get injured, but when he first came in, it was like he's solid. He's really good, I think. And I think if we could get him maybe permanent, uh, which I think he's from originally from around this way, so I don't think again it's not out the way.
Oh,
Jesse Deborah could be
okay.
one. He's always, and again he's played with us for half this season, so could be a potential look at him. And then last season we had a young Welsh man called Cameron Congreve on loan from Swansea,
Yes.
and I don't know
Where
if
did
I'm
he
right in
go?
saying he's on loan at Dundee this year in the Scottish Premiership, and he's smashing it.
Oh, I
Um,
didn't know that. Okay.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure his contract's up for Swansea this year. I think. I think I'm right in saying that. So I don't know. Again, I don't
Oh,
know how
okay.
expensive it'd be, or I'm pretty sure he enjoyed his time with us last year, and obviously he scored the goal against Newcastle in the FA Cup last season. So again, that'd be
Yeah, he's a
another
good
one where I
player.
think that'd be a one where I think the fans would be very much on board with that signing. I definitely would. And
Yeah, he's a good player,
and
actually. I
he's
remember
yeah, and he's
watching him.
only
Yeah, Dundee, you are
22.
right.
Yeah, 22 or 23 years, so young enough to
Yeah,
sort of
mate,
come in.
22 years old. That's a mate, great knowledge. Yeah, he got 2 goals, 7 assists this year at Dundee.
Yeah, so I'd I'd happily have him back. And I think because now we're in League One, it's a little bit more. Obviously, it's higher up than League Two, obviously, so it's a bit more of a incentive for him maybe to, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know,
a good
Swansea.
pull, right?
Yeah, yeah, Swansea Championship, we're League One. It's not that much, not not a huge difference. So
And he'll get more football, let's be honest. And
exactly.
you were right on Jesse Debray. He was he looks like he was Millwall
Yeah, he's
youth
a local.
level.
Yeah, I'm sure he was like. Yeah, I thought he was a local lad. So let's say I know he's been injured the last sort of month or so, but when he was playing, I think he made his debut against, was it Gillingham or Fleetwood? And he looked really solid. So,
Did he?
but
Oh, it's a
yeah,
shame, right?
yeah, I think with Bromley
So
FC,
if
obviously, go.
yeah,
Yeah, obviously he's announced he's
what's the
finishing. So
situation with him? So is his contract up?
I think so. Yeah, I think he extended it for 1 year last year, and then yeah, I don't know. I think obviously he's 39, pushing 40 now. He obviously just I have no idea what his plans are next year. Whether he's going to carry on playing, I doubt it. But yeah, whether he's staying with us or going somewhere else, no idea. Hopefully he does stay because he's such an important part of even just the staff and the team, and he sort of took on more a coaching role
Yeah.
this year, if anything. So I think everyone would be happy to see him just be a coach, if anything. So yeah, but, so obviously means we'll have to sort of look at centre halves and replacing him. So I think Jesse Deborah will be a good sort of good replacement for him as well. Yeah.
So if the Bromley board are listening to this, are they going to get you? Do you reckon they'll get you involved in some of the recruitment?
Ugh. I wouldn't listen to me. I don't, I don't know. I don't know that much about Reese. I've always said this because I mean, a few of the times, like if you've been on a night out, there's like, oh, who would you sign like from League Two? I'm like, I honestly don't know that many people. Like, whereas Reese, the lad who does my filming, he loves Football Manager, and he's one of those.
Ah,
He's one of them people. Like, he knows every single player and where they've been. And
yeah,
I think there's been so many times where I think playing League Two, you always get like the academy graduates from Premier League teams that have not made it and they drop down a lower league. So there's
yeah.
so many times he'd been like, "Oh, he was at West Ham Academy." Like, how? Why do you know that? Like, what do you think? Not just Football Manager, like signed him with Football Manager. But
I
he'd
love
be,
that.
yeah. I like listening to his sort of. I think I asked him when we played Warsaw this season. Yeah, in November, and I was like, "Who would you sign?" And he started naming these players that were worth like 3 or 4 million. I'm like, you do know we haven't got that big of a budget. Like, we definitely can't afford them.
Yeah.
We want out of contract or on loan people. That's all we can
Yeah.
do, I think. But
To be fair,
yeah,
I think like they pretty much done that at the start of last season, didn't they? They didn't
yeah,
spend loads of money, and that's why I thought it was like, in terms of an achievement, that's why I thought it was like so good because it's not like went and bought a whole new squad. There was a
yeah.
couple
No,
of
it's
additions, but nothing mental.
yeah. I don't really think we've really actually signed anyone for a fee. I think we've got a few people on free transfers, like that are a bit out of contract, e.g., like Mitch Pinnock and Will Hondermark. I think were just out of contract in the summer, so we managed to get them. Uh, and then
Yeah,
yeah, just a lot of sort of loans from the higher leagues. Uh, yeah, we just rely on them, I think, which, like you say, it just makes it even more impressive that we don't have the budget that obviously MK Dons are up as well. Like, the comparison between us and MK Dons was like crazy. So I think, yeah, the fact we're able to
yeah,
do what we do, just on sheer sort of hard work, determination, and it's nothing to do with financial, clearly. Uh, yes, it's unbelievable. It makes it
yeah.
more.
The
It
manager's
feels
done a
like more of
top
an
job
achievement.
as
Yeah.
well, though, isn't
Oh
he?
yeah. But just feels like even more of an achievement than sort of MK Dons doing it. Like, everyone's like, oh yeah, they're gonna do it. Like, they spent so much money in the summer, whereas when we do it, it's just generally like. And I think across the EFL, everyone's sort of been really supportive of us going up. Like, everyone's loved seeing the story of like little old Bromley getting promoted to League One. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's just nice for English football that it's not all about money still. Like, a club that was just hard work, determination, a good structure, good staff, good manager can have success. So ironically, like Leicester winning the Premier League 10 years ago. Not as big a budget,
yeah,
but just
mate.
like,
It is a great story, and
yeah.
there's good people in the club as well,
Oh
which is
yeah.
wicked.
Yeah.
Right, Larry, we're gonna go to the end section now, which is football blackjack. So I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but we've made an app this year.
Hmm.
We were playing this football blackjack game for a few years with some mates, and we saw an opportunity. We're like, you know what? I think we can make this into an app so more people can enjoy it.
Hmm.
So starting from next season, we'll have Premier League, Championship, League One, League Two, and the Scottish Premier League, where people can
Nice.
go in and they can play football blackjack. So the premise behind the game is it's all goals related.
Yeah.
So like the card game, you're aiming for 21. You get to pick
Yeah.
4 players, and
Yeah.
collectively you're looking for 21 goals, but all of them
Right.
need to
Yeah.
score at least one goal for you to be active.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm going to
Okay.
test your knowledge.
Oh god.
We're going to do, because we're doing it like retrospectively, we're going to do last season in League Two. So
Okay.
where Bromley
Brilliant.
were like last season. So what we'll do is like you'll give me a name and I'll tell you how many goals they got, and then we'll kind of go from there. So 21 goals, 4 players.
21 goals. It's gonna have to be a lot of Bromley stuff. I can't say Michael Cheek because he was above that. I know that much for free.
Yeah, I was about to say. He
Yeah,
was
I'd
the
be
only player that was
outstruck.
above that actually.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Trying to think other players. Oh, who was near him that I don't want to say. I know all the popular strikers got sort of near him, so I don't want to say them.
Hmm.
Uh, let's go. I'm going to start with a Bromley player. I think so I'm going to have to. Uh, let's go. with. Let's go Omar Show Me. Let's go him. I think he might have got 3 or 4. Did he? I hope.
So, Omar got 5 goals.
That's good. That's good.
It's quite a lot for a centre half.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 6'6" with a set pieces galore.
He's massive.
Ooh. McGoldrick, Notts County, how many did he get? I feel like he'd be. Oh no.
17.
Oh, did he get that many
17.
last year? Oh, I thought
Yeah,
he'd
that's
be about
crazy. For Notts
12 or
County, that's
13.
crazy.
God, I know
Do you want to go your
Jack.
last 2 picks? We'll see what your total score is.
Yeah, well, let's try
So
and
you're
get low
currently
then.
on 22.
Oh, goodness. Who went up? Who would have got 1? Joe Lewis, Wimbledon? He might have got 1.
No.
Oh, God.
Let me double check. Where was he? Wimbledon?
Yeah, I believe. Is it Joe Lewis? It's your name.
Oh, no, I lied. He did get 1. He did get 1. Yep.
Yes. I don't always want to go Bromley players, but as I said earlier, I know nothing about the rest of League. uh, who else is in that league? Oh, I'm going to have to go Bromley players, I think, which just shows my love for Bromley. They're all I know. I know Nicky Kabamba got 2, I think. I think Nicky Kabamba. I think he got 2 last year.
Yeah, he did get 2. Great
Yeah.
knowledge.
All Bromley
Great
knowledge. That's
mate.
all I've got. That's all I've got.
That's quality. Obviously, we're doing it retrospectively, so it's slightly different. So come the start of the season, you'll be able to make your picks, and everyone's got a different tactic on what they go for. But on the app, what you can do, there's a stats section,
Yeah.
so you can go on to the leagues and you can go on to goals, and you can see over the last few seasons what that person got to help you with your picks. Yeah. So mate, thank you for playing along, and thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, if you haven't checked out Larry's stuff, then please go and check him out on Instagram and TikTok. I'll put the information in the description as well. But mate, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Enjoyed it.